Okay, this is how to make it a chain, I guess. So the easiest way is to put this down a lot. Like, just mess with it till you get something you like. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna get a little bit skinnier. Right, okay. Okay. So you just wanna like duplicate it, to duplicate it, you click on it and then click Shift D. So that's how you duplicate it. And then to move it, you'll do GY and you'll just move it till like it hits the end. And I'm gonna rotate this one a little bit. So that it's like on this little edge part, because that'll look better. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click Control D after shift clicking both of them. I'm just gonna move them down until it lines up again. I'm gonna do this a couple more times. I don't want the chain to be extremely long, so I'm gonna go about here. And then I'm gonna click on this one. I'm gonna click Shift D, move it down, and then click S on it so it scales it down. And then I'm gonna fit it into this spot just like I did with the other ones. This one's just smaller. And then highlight all of them. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Okay, that's pretty close. And then I'm just gonna move this so it's in the middle again and move this up. Now you can kind of just leave this alone for now, to be honest. Now you're gonna click Shift A and go to text, click tab. I'm just gonna write this because I'm gonna make it a server freebie. So you're gonna click on this little A button, extrude it to 0.3 like this, so you can see it has a little bit of a lift. And then you'll go to like, the font is a really good site, it has a whole bunch of free fonts and shit. Go there, pick a font out, download it, and then have it open in your WinRAR right here. And then you're gonna click on the fonts, click on this little button. You can't even see because my screen. Okay, click on this little button right here, little folder button, and then drag this down here and click open font. Okay, so now you have this font right here. I don't know if I like the big G, I'm gonna just keep it. Okay, anyways, so then F3, type in convert to mesh, and then right click, set origin to geometry, rotate it a little bit so you know what axis to rotate it on, because sometimes Blender is weird. Scale it up so it looks like a good fit. I'm gonna connect it via these two, so I'm just gonna make sure they both touch this chain right here. That looks pretty good to me. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna click Shift A, armature, single bone. I'm just gonna scale it up a little bit. Ow. And then in my right on the hierarchy, I'm gonna click on one, shift link all of them, and now you can see that this is hovering over this collection. I'm gonna hold shift and hover over armature. Okay, and then really quickly, because I don't feel like adding all of the fucking armature modifier. Turn off everything in your fixed model. Click fix model. Your bone will probably disappear. Yeah, see, the bone disappeared. It's fine, that's fine, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna click on the armature up here, click tab, shift A, will create a new bone. And what you're gonna do is start from the very top. You want your bone size to be about the size of like this right here. So I'm just gonna duplicate this down. And then I'm going to shift click both of them and just duplicate it down over and over again. Obviously, you can see that the chain isn't straight because this isn't a straight line and this is not. So we'll fix that in a second. And then I'm going to duplicate it once more at the bottom here for this part. Now I'm just going to highlight all of these and rotate them forward a little bit. Just basically try to make it so that it looks a little bit nicer. And then I'm going to leave this not merged, so I'm going to click H on it. I'm going to click on the top one, click on the bottom one, click Control J in scene, right? I'm going to click on this armature. I'm going to click on control click on the torus, go to weight paints. So for the top and bottom, you can just use your gradient tool, set your weight to 100, click like, if I'm looking at this straight on, I'll click about here, like that. So the blue is halfway down into this one. You can also do this on the bottom one. Okay, and then for this, literally wherever the bone is should have weights. Now, because this is solo poly, it's gonna be a little bit harder to weight paint because it doesn't have a lot of vertices for the blurring and all of that. So it's gonna be a little bit harder on that end. And just make sure you get all these angles. And you're just gonna do that on every single one where the bones are directly. So just go to like the corners of whichever one looks the best. Honestly, I think this is the part that takes the longest. Let's go down to here. Okay. I'm trying to make this less than 15 minutes long. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I can get away painting mode, go to armature. Let me just open something so that I can test this. So click on this one, hold shift, click on the next one, control P, keep offset. And then just keep going down this line, clicking on the bottom one from before and going on to the next one. And sometimes I do this wrong, so we're gonna, oh. Yeah, see, I did it backwards. So go the other way. Go from the bottom to the top. Also, you can see that we have a weight painting issue, so I need to go fix that. But I need to figure out where it is first. Okay, so if I go here, that's how you fix that issue, basically. Then you can just click start pose mode, stop pose mode, and it'll set it back to the default state you had it at. Let me... And then turn on this text, click on the armature, and then control click on text, weight paint, click on the very bottom one, make sure that it is all red using your gradient tool, then you can merge, you can set a nice little material in here, that's how you spell that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna export this really quickly to like my desktop, and I'll just call it gg.fbx. This exports really fast because it's just a little thing, so I don't really have to worry about it that much. Okay, and then I'm just gonna drag it into somewhere apparently. Find it in scene. I'll give it a nice little metal shader in here for now, and then open my armature. So then I just need to click on this, and I go, this is just to see if it's rigged properly, which it's missing a bone, so we'll see if it still works, I guess. Overall, it's the same idea. Yeah, okay, so that one's a little bit weird, obviously. I'd recommend probably putting the bones, like, lined up, like, for an example. I'll redo it off camera, but line up the bones so this is one, this gets one, this gets one. It's so much easier if you do it like that. Or, like, one bone for two would probably be better and more optimized. But that's how you rig stuff. Like, you can see everything's together, so yeah.